Alrighty, welcome back to another trade recap. Posting this a little bit earlier in the day. I had some shit to do this morning right after I took this trade, but ended up making around $1,400. Let me get the P&L up for you guys. The P&L screenshot. $1,400 across all my accounts. So, want to go over it with you. Kind of what my bias was this morning, what I wanted to see coming into market open, and yeah. So coming into market open, if we take a look at the Nasdaq here, let's take a look at the 4-hour. We have been selling off basically all week. Since like Tuesday or Wednesday, we had a manipulation move, and we've been selling off all week. Right, massive move to the downside. So there is nothing that is persuading me to take a short when we were down here this morning, right? So far deep in discount. There's nothing for me to target. There's this low down here, but again, anything that I take deep in discount when I'm trying to look for shorts, very, very low quality. So coming into market open, even though we are bearish on the higher time frame, and I would expect this low to eventually get taken, I am bullish bias, right? Internally, I am bullish bias. So coming into market open, what did I want to see? We had already taken sell side, and at this point in time, I was really just looking at this right here. So if we go to replay mode, right, we had these relative equal highs up here, and we had London and Asia resting above us as well as midnight open. So overall, I want to see the market go higher. However, I want to see internal manipulation first, right? So coming into market open, what I wanted to see was this low get taken and some sort of buy model to the upside to target these relative equal highs, which is eventually what we ended up getting. So if we move over to MNQ, because this is where I took it, this is where all of it's journaled out. So again, coming into market open, we had these relative equal highs. I wanted to see this low get taken to look for a long off of that, right? So at market open, what do we end up doing? We end up doing exactly that. We end up selling off, taking this low, right? Having our internal manipulation. So now I'm just staying and being patient. What do we end up doing? We end up opening this huge first presented 1 minute bearish for value gap. So from this, all I would need to see for me to take a long is this to get ran through, right? And for this change to get closed above. That is all I would need to see. This would be A++, right? This would be A++. We end up kind of just sitting here, building a little bit of price action. We tap this for value up. We react bearish, right? So I'm not looking for anything right now. I'm not looking for anything. Okay, we end up coming down, having internal manipulation, and also putting in an internal bullish SMT. Now, this was the first initial change. But I didn't want to take this, really. I wasn't confident in this because it was such a quick change. However, the risk, and it would have ended up playing out, but the risk would have just been like top tier. But I just wanted to see more confirmation. I wanted to see this 1 minute get ran through, and I was fine with having a little bit more looser of a stop and just targeting a 1-to-1. So what do we end up doing on this very next candle? We end up running this 1 minute right here. We end up running this 1 minute for value gap, closing above this 1 minute change. Now I enter long at the candle close, and realistically, I'm putting my stop down here, right? But again, the risk is completely dog shit. So I just end up putting it a little above this order block low for a little 1-to-1, right? Because I do not expect price to come back down here. I expect really good delivery. We end up opening up this 1 minute for value gap right here, right? This 1 minute bullish for value gap. And we end up kind of just chopping around for a little bit, not having the greatest delivery. But as soon as we get above that down close candle, that move right there, I end up moving my stop to this recent candle low. And then on this very next candle right here, ES ended up taking this high before NQ did. So we end up putting in a bearish SMT with these relative equal highs. So at this point in time, I just closed my position. So I closed my position a little bit early here. Could have made a lot more money, but again, I'm just following my rules. We have a bearish SMT. I have to close my position at this point in time. I'm just taking my profits and I'm leaving. So that was the trade that I ended up taking today. Really quick long, was in and out. Made around $1,400 trading the Nasdaq. And yeah, with that being said, that's gonna wrap it up here, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys fucking banked a lot of money. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your night because it's almost nighttime now. And I will catch you in the next one.